What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sanchez405 coming at you. It's on the warpath. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted to the channel. And as always, like, comment, share this video out. I'd greatly appreciate it because y'all know we're talking Washington football team here all the time. And the news came out on Monday that Chris Polian was named Director of Pro Personnel. And if that name sounds familiar, it is because it does. And he is the son of Bill Polian. He's Bill's little boy, Bill Polian, the general manager of the Bills back in the late early 90s, helped build them into a contender, actually drafted current general manager Martin Mayhew in the 10th round of one of those drafts, was in Carolina, helped build that program, and had them competing in the NFC Championship game in their second year of existence. Then his crowning achievement, drafting Peyton Manning and putting them on a road to success for a decade, over a decade. And Chris was with him for 17 of those years, all those years in Carolina and in Indianapolis. But this is about Chris, and we're not talking about his dad, who called me a bad fan one time. Anyway, I'm not petty. But Chris Polian, he started out with the CFL's Sacramento Gold Miners. And if you're saying, well, that's in the United States, it's capital California, you'd be right. But in the 90s, I believe in the 80s too, the CFL had some teams that were were in the United States. Actually, I think one was in Baltimore, the Stallions. Went to Carolina. He was a personnel assistant for 3 years there. Then he moved on with Daddy to Indianapolis, and he became the director of pro scouting, was promoted again a few years later, assistant director of football operations, and then he was given the title of assistant general manager / football operations. Then he was named vice president of football operations, and then his last promotion title was vice president and general manager. Of course, they were fired at the end of that abysmal 2011 season. And a knock on them was they could never get a quarterback to back up Peyton Manning because he was always healthy, right, until he had that neck injury. And he was in Atlanta as a scout. This is how far he fell. He became a regional scout for the Atlanta Falcons in 2012, where they competed in the NFC Championship game. And then he bounced back. He was named director of pro personnel in Jacksonville, so same title he holds now, from 13 to 19. And the job of the pro personnel guy is to identify pro talent, free agents, and that's where they make their money at. And he did bring in some decent free agents. Calais Campbell's probably the marquee name there. Malik Jackson and Julius Thomas there, some familiar names. Prince Amukamara, and Geno Hayes, Will Blackman, Zane Beatles, guys that have had somewhat of a reputation in the NFL. So, and then after Jacksonville wasn't really successful, pray tell, they did have that strong 2017 season when they signed Calais Campbell. But other than that, they were in the dumps. And you can blame it on Dave Caldwell because it comes to drafting, and they've had some missteps there. I mean, they drafted Blake Bortles, but that's neither here nor there. Took a year off to regain his focus, and now he's back in Washington. And, the first thing I kind of think of is, it's just another hiring. It's nothing that's going to blow your socks off. But at the end of the day, sometimes that's what you need. I don't go to McDonald's just because it's delicious and just because I've got to have it, but it's something reliable and it gets me filled up and it is somewhat tasty. And this is pretty much what it is, just the McDonald's dollar menu or something, or just plain Jane. I wear khakis because they're comfortable and I can't wear jeans to work, right? He is the khakis. He is the McDonald's value meal. And Marty Hurney is that. Martin Mayhew is that. Three guys are now in the role in the front office of Ron's new hierarchy there. They had tags of general manager, like I said. But Chris, he was probably just general manager in name. We knew Bill was making all those decisions. And Ryan O'Halloran, who covered Washington and he covered Jacksonville, was on JP Finley's show and Brian Mitchell's show this on Tuesday, and he said that the guy has an eye for scouting. But then again, there's another situation there that came out. Bob Kravitz, who covered the Colts, said Chris Polian, who assumed a larger personnel role, was said to be a toxic force who brought this franchise to its knees for other reasons than Peyton Manning's injury. And he goes on to say, since he started moving up the organizational ladder in the early 2000s for no apparent reason other than being a Polian, well, I guess so, because his daddy was his boss, right? And Kravitz continues on talking. He has been instrumental in hastening the exit of scouts and assistant coaches who led the Colts to previous greatness. And then the final quote is, it's an interesting argument brought by some NFL observers of whether Chris Polian has been elevated to the highest level of league executive ranks because of merit or his birthright. Apparently, the qualifications this guy has is that he is that Polian is his last name, and these were some tweets I found that were part of a fan-sided article. And Chris Polian, he was named and he was linked to the Eagles front office in 2015, decided to stay in Jacksonville. I think with the Titans, he may have interviewed as well, or may have been linked to maybe getting a front office job there, but he stayed in Jacksonville there, or he may have been fired, but he took the season off there. And I think that this, people are like, they're turning this guy into Bruce Allen. The last time I checked, Chris Polian was not pimping out cheerleaders in the beach in Paradise. Allegedly, excuse me. Don't want to get sued. Allegedly. Or, it may be Bill Polian. He was running pills for Bill Polian. I don't know. Come on. He was getting those drugs because, the Bill Polian drugs. Allegedly again, trying not to get sued. Got to refrain. Anyway, so I think that this move, like I said, it's man, but can he do? This is my qualification for him. Can he do the job and maintain what Washington accomplished in free agency last year? Can you identify Logan Thomas's? Can you identify Ronald Darby's? Can you identify J.D. McKissick's? Cornelius Lucas's? I need you to, Wes Schweitzer, I need you to identify those guys. I don't care about your birthright. I don't care about nepotism. What is this probably why it happened? Probably. Is he going to lean on his dad for a little bit? Yes. He comes from a football family. Two of his brothers are in the college ranks. One's a coach, and I think one's in athletic administration at Baylor. So, he knows football. He's been around it. So, maybe in Indianapolis, and he was there for years. They were there from 2000. They were there from 98 to 11. They were 13 years. It's going to get stale after a while. Throw me a bone here, folks. And then, there's rumors of Marcus Mariota, right? He saw Marcus Mariota play. Marcus could be a free agent. We might not need to trade for him. Check out that video coming up here pretty soon. And then there's another quarterback that he's been in the AFC South with. Deshaun Watson. Hello. Deshaun Watson, y'all. It's okay. It's okay to still believe. I'm still believing until the end of it. I know they said Miami and maybe the Jets might be, or San Francisco, the Broncos, whatever. I don't care. I'm still keeping hope alive. Hope alive, like Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. That's what I'm doing there. But anyway, y'all tell me what you think about Chris Polian being the new director of pro personnel. Is it just a hire? Is it a good hire? Or is it just a bad? Y'all think it's terrible? Like I said, I'm in the middle. I just want you to prove to me. Like I said, I wear khakis because they're comfortable, not because they're stylish. We've had a lot of stylish hires around here. Let's just wear something that's comfortable, that's maybe worn a couple of times, that we can get comfortable with. Chris Polian might be that, and maybe he's on his redemption tour. Who knows? But as always, y'all, I love you. Appreciate everything you're doing to help this channel grow. I'm Sanchez 405. Love, peace, and hail. And I'll be talking to y'all real soon. I'm out.